Hey Lane, so I got your website pulled up here. What I'm going to do is just go over a few things that you guys can do that will help expedite your guys' ranking. And I'm going to highlight a few things that you guys are already doing and that you can improve upon, and hopefully that helps out. So in general, when trying to rank for anything, Google's looking for about 1,500 words or so of content on any given page in order to rank it. The reason for this is Google needs to crawl the page and understand what the page is about. So they'll look for things that kind of are synonyms and how they all connect and intertwine, and that will build up the trust of the site from a content standpoint. So this does vary depending on what your competition's doing and the amount of keywords you need in order to take advantage of all the searches that people are making in your area. But in general, 1,500 words or so is a good place to start. So content is big. So if we look at roofing, Lexington, Kentucky, there looks like between 720 and 300 people search that a month. So if we change any word in here, this will give us a different search volume. So you want to make sure you're covering all your bases there. So of course at the top you got the ads, which is always a good thing to run if you're trying to get an influx of work pretty quickly. People tend to not go very far when they search for something, so you want to be at the top of the list. Up here you got the map pack. In order to be number one in the map pack, the biggest aspect to ranking in this is actually citations. So citations are your name, address, phone number, and business URL being listed in a directory. And a directory is just something like Yelp, Yellow Pages, White Pages, basically anywhere someone can go to get a list of businesses. The next biggest aspect when it comes to ranking in the map pack is actually ranking in the organics. So the higher you rank in the organics, the more it's going to help you in this. Then of course there's other things that go into it as well, as like optimizing it, making sure your profile is completely filled out, and then the ratings. As you can see, the ratings here it doesn't line up. I know a lot of people think the reviews are always, well actually the ratings do line up on this one. That's not always the case. It's all about relevance and prevalence. So if we pull up your top two competitors here, we'll see what they've got going on. This is they got a call to action right up here at the front. They've got a little bit more content, but not too much, so I definitely say they're beatable. But we'll take a look at the back end here and see why they're outranking you. Same thing with these guys. They have some content and it's kind of hidden in here, which is a great way of doing it. See, this way it's not overrun with words. But again, you can definitely beat them out on content, and you actually might have a little bit more than they do already. So you're going to want to increase the amount of keywords you've got, make sure you're targeting the right keywords, and then the backlinks. So what is a backlink? Backlink is a link from one website to another. Not all backlinks are the same, so if you've got a backlink from a food blog, that's not going to carry as much weight or as much power as a blog or an article from a news station. So these two scores are out of 100. The higher they are, the better. The one is your trust rating. So the higher your trust is on the site, the more Google believes you are what you say you are. You know, a roofing company, you got roofing stuff on your website, you're probably a roofing company. The DR is the power. The higher this power is the popularity of the site. So the more popular the site, the more Google's going to crawl your site and find keywords, and also crawl the links that are linked to your site and find words in those articles so that you can be found for them. So the goal here is to have higher power and higher trust rating than your competition in order to help outrank them. So if we take a look at these guys here, I'm going to put it on the same, one second. So they've got a higher power. I don't know if this is a franchise or not, but they do have a quite a bit higher. Usually franchises are in the 60s, so they've got a lot of work to do. But anyways, they do have a higher rating than you guys. So this is a good reason as to why they're likely outranking you. And same thing with these ones. I'm just changing the view here because these numbers can vary depending. So I just wanted to all be consistent with what we're looking at. So they have a higher trust rating, which means they have higher quality backlinks, but they don't have higher power. So all these are different variables coming into play. and in causing these sites to rank higher than you for this one particular keyword. So things that you can do to beat these guys and start pulling in those 400 to 700 searches a month for that one keyword is to increase the content or the quality of the content and make sure you're highlighting the keywords in your content. Add some citations so you can be found in the map pack. And then you're going to want to add higher quality and continually to add onto your backlink profile so that you can be in more articles and again be discovered in more places. I hope you found that informative. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.